now Flash is finally on the move, moving towards the center of the map. The expansion command center is about to finish. Now it looks like Mind is actually going to be offensive as well. It could be intercepted by Flash, though. And here it comes now. Sieging up. Flash's SCVs want to back off, but he does not have enough Goliath to stop the counter drop. Maybe he does. No, but he did not target fire the dropships. And he has taken out one dropship. No, two dropships, actually. So the dropship advantage will stay in Mind's hands, but normally if you're Terran and you drop the other Terran ahead of time, you want to use all those Goliaths to pick off the dropships. And then you can keep on massing up and dropping critical points on the map, and I don't think Mind really did that. Well, he got two dropships, but I don't know if that is enough. Now Mind is moving up towards the middle. Flash setting up a defensive, or at least a position of stop-off circulation. Stop-off, cut-off circulation. It's been a pretty back-and-forth game. With Flash, it's somewhat of an economic advantage. It does look like Mind will have a few more dropships than Flash, though. And here comes Flash's drop now. Towards that, I'd say bottom-middle expansion of Mind. Mind does seem to be somewhat prepared for it, with the SCVs taking on the siege tank. But the very positioning of Flash's siege tank will not allow for any type of mining. And look at this! Now Mind is countered with his own attack on an expansion of Flashes. Both players killing each other off. Neither player will be able to utilize their expansion. If Mind can push back those tanks, he can regain the use of that expansion. Flash may actually lose his command center. No, he will not, because siege tanks are up here to make sure that it's not an option. Mind is being a little gutsy right now to actually bring SCVs back there already. Here he comes now with all of his SCVs, or at least a large amount of them, taking on these tanks and attempting to drive him back. And if he can get this last tank, actually he should be able to mine from his expansion anyways. And yes, he will be able to take out that last tank. And it looks like Flash has managed to save his expansion as well. Very back and forth game for both players. Nobody truly ahead of the other. Now we see Mind on the move again. But backing up, note Flash is putting a few turrets around the map in strategic locations to intercept dropships which may be on the move. Nobody has a +1 attack yet. A lot of factories for Flash, though. I'm surprised that Mind has not actually mustered up a few more dropships. It looks like he seems more comfortable with those four. I am really impressed with how safe both of these players are playing. Terran vs. Terran works a lot like chess. It's all about positioning. And the easiest way to gain that position is with the dropships. And that's why you see both Terran players usually gathering up a reasonable amount of dropships early on. Here we see both players very close, almost head-to-head right now. Siege tanks on either side, but it looks like, wow, it just looks like Flash may, in fact, have more, but it's unclear. We need to get a better shot of what Mind has. And indeed, both do, in fact, have an equal amount of tanks. it looks like Mind, in fact, may have a few more. Nobody has expanded for another time yet, and the center is becoming a very tense area. Here's some more of Flash's army now moving down. Looks like both players have retracted from the center and are now backing off. Mind carefully leapfrogging siege tanks to different spots. Soon enough, we're going to see another player expand, and that's probably where the dropships are going to be focusing their energies on. Command center at the top left. And actually 2 command centers, so suddenly Flash feels like he is in the position to start just massing up and eating up the map. Now Mind is going to scan these spots very soon and then respond accordingly by moving his units over to these desired locations. Dropships are loading up. I'm surprised Mind has not expanded as much as Flash has, because perhaps because Flash did get that expansion up a little bit earlier. He does have the extra resources, but an extra 800 resources seems a bit much. Mind is going to have to put his money somewhere, and I'm interested in seeing where that somewhere is. Now here he comes now, moving up towards the middle center. Flash is already prepared, but who got the siege mode up first? It looks like Flash's tanks may be overstepping. No, manages to get inside of the dropship. Now would be an excellent time to drop on those tanks. Although those dropships could be full of Goliaths. +1 now for Flash. And now Mind is responding with his own groups of command centers. Now Mind is really starting to gather up a lot of these dropships. Now look at this, Mind actually has a +2 attack upgrade, whereas Flash only has a +1. This is really going to make a big difference when the siege tanks are firing at each other. Here they come now, meeting up in the center. Looks like Flash has a lot of units though. Actually, it looks like they have about even amount of units. Here comes some more dropships now moving up to do a serious attack onto the expansion of Flash. Meanwhile, Mind's expansion's laying untouched. And I highly doubt there's any way that, wow, I don't think there's any way Flash can engage that. And Flash's response is then to go down to the bottom right of the map with his dropships, which are not quite as numerous. And he will drop here now. This expansion will now become useless, as will the other one. And now he's going to go. Instead, Mind is now moving for the expansion, which is already, we've already seen him mine from for some while. No, in fact, he's going to go for the main. And take out some critical supply depots. We'll see if Flash is prepared. Not prepared enough. And unfortunately for Flash, it looks like Mind can even hit the SCVs from there at that expansion, at least with one of those siege tanks. Taking out all these depots will make it difficult to replenish his army. That will give, well, this will certainly give Mind another opportunity to hit another critical point while Flash is rebuilding. It looks like Mind is systematically taking Flash apart. Here comes some siege tanks. He should have had the dropships over that location, but unfortunately for him, he did not. And here come the rest of Flash and dropships to take out these units. But look now, it looks like Mind is going to move in for another critical spot. And with no depots, it's going to be tough to catch up. Looks like it's going to back up now, enter siege mode, and take out the rest of these tanks.